Hello everyone, Dario here with another Mind Over Golf video. I have a full 18-hole course vlog, recorded almost every shot at TPC Toronto North course. North course is playing, we played blue tees, 6,400 yards. This is a hole number 1, par 5, 496 yards. Hit a good shot here. Just lost it to the right a little bit. This course has a really generous fairways. It's a park style layout. This is a second shot that I hit. I hit a four hybrid. I had laid it up to about 75 yards, and then from here I hit a 54-degree wedge. Just came up a little bit short. Long putt. Greens are really big, undulated, and there's deep bunkers, greenside bunkers, but also fairway bunkers are pretty deep. So made a par bogey on the first. This is a second hole, par 4. Hit a good drive over the bunkers, and then the second shot also hit really well. Just a knockdown 4 hybrid that rolled, kind of landed short of the green and then rolled onto the green surface, made a par there. This is hole number 3, par 4 also. I pulled it to the left here. The fescue here is not that bad. You can actually find the ball nicely. Try to get cue there. Then I shanked my third shot, and that was a fourth shot. That was pretty good, and actually ended up coming up and down for a bogey. That was a good score there. Hole number 4, par 3. 135 yards. I hit a pitching wedge here. This is a good example of how big those greens are and also how deep those bunkers are as well. So got it onto the green here, 2 putted for a par. Then going onto the hole number 5, uphill, long par 4, about 402 yards. Hit a good drive here. And then hit a good 8-iron here from about 145 yards. I was aiming, it was on the upslope, so I was aiming all the way to the right edge of the green. So it was a good shot. A par 4, hole number 6, 312 yards. I hit a hybrid here. The bunkers are in play here if you're hitting a driver. So, and then I left myself about 100 yards to the front pin. Hit a really good pitching wedge. Missed it for a birdie here. But I'm proud of the decision that I made there. I was gonna hit a gap wedge first and then decided to go for the pitching wedge because I was onto the upslope as well. Here I just missed it to the short. Hit a really good 7-iron. It's a par 370 yards, and then I ended up in the bunker. Got it onto the green and missed that downhill, about a 5-footer putt for a bogey. Great drive here, and then I snap hooked my second shot. This is my third shot from about 100 yards. Hit a gap wedge. It's a par 5, so I had a putt here for a birdie, missed it. So good par at the end, it was fine. Hole number 9, snapped hooked driver, 388 yards, and ended up on a really awkward lie here. So all I could do really is just chip it out, laid up to about 100 yards, hit my gap wedge, and yeah, just lost it a little bit to the left. Repaired my divots, of course. Had a long putt here, and it was a tricky putt. I actually ended up missing it a little bit long, but you know, made this one for a bogey. So onto the back 9, hit a driver here. The water is at about 260 yards. I wasn't worried about it. I was gonna hit it, just a cut, ended up slicing. This was a second shot, 135 yards. It was a little bit windy. I was in the deep rough and I hit a 9-iron. I thought it was going to be long, and you don't want to be long here because There was a hazard behind, and I ended up just a pin high, which was great. This was not a bad putt. I missed it on the high, made a par. Hole number 11, par 3, also 135 yards. Elevated tee box, but this hole played really long, so I hit a 9-iron 2, and I hit it well, and I thought that I was going to be long and ended up short. Texas wedge there, 2 putts for the par. Hole number 12, also a shorter par 4. Sliced my drive and ended up, again, awkward lie, chunked it here, and left myself about 50 yards, I think. Not a bad pitch shot. Used my 58-degree wedge there, and had a chance here to save a par. Made a bogey. Not bad. Hole number 13 is a par 5. Well, didn't hit a great drive. Result was good, and then my second shot was awesome. I just slammed this 4-iron. Had a 75 yards for my third shot that I, didn't hit that well. Then I had to chip it here, just on the edge of the greenside bunker, and I made this putt for a par. So that was a good save, considering all. Hole number 14 is a par 3, 144 yards. Hit a 9-iron here. Ended up, I just missed the green, pin high, a left edge, and up and down for par. 15 par 4, 338 yards. I snap hooked it, ended up on the fairway. Again, very forgiving off the tee, this course. Hit a great second shot here, and I was hoping for that ball just to curve a little more, and it ended up over top of that bunker there. Really tough lie, and I couldn't do any better than that. So I made a bogey here, two putted for a bogey. Hole number 16, par 4. This is a long one, 420 yards. I hit a good drive, had a long second shot, hit my 4 hybrid, and just overturned it a bit. Wasn't on the good line. I didn't start on the good line. So that bunker was also, the bunker shot should have been a little bit better. Then I got a little bit greedy there, just went out with the wedge, tried to putt it with the wedge and made a double bogey, but it was okay. So hole number 17, this is where things got a little bit interesting. Hit a great drive, and then my second shot, I snap hooked it again into the hazard here, and we got a little bit of rain here that messed us up. I want to say a little bit. I mean, it was quite a bit. But it didn't last for very long. It just lasted for 2 minutes. We were soaked. This is my 4th shot, actually, because that was a penalty that I took. Then I hit a 5th one, 6, 7. So that's a triple bogey. So I wasn't happy. I wasn't, getting a penalty stroke there. But that 4th shot was really bad. Didn't commit there at all. Hole number 18, finishing hole, ended up in the fair. Look at those fairway bunkers, just so deep. I advanced it pretty well, actually. Hit my 54-degree wedge there and probably got it out. Advanced it about 100 yards. Then I had a long shot here, tried to go for it, lost a little bit of patience, and ended up in the hazard. So then from here on, it came up and down, which was great. So total 12 over, 84. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again soon. It was a great course, great experience. Really, I would play that course again, and out of the 3 that they have, that one was probably the best.